This is the Zac Anesbury Show.
Welcome. Today's podcast clip comes from an interview with Julian Major from Visit Victoria. Yeah, couldn't agree more. That's a very good answer. I've really enjoyed this. I think we've covered on pretty much everything that I really want to talk about, unless you think that there's anything I've kind of missed. Is there anything that you really wanted to get through today?
What are you up to, Zach? We've spoken all about myself.
What am I up to? I suppose the audience may want to know. At the moment, I've just finished a 3-year, they call it postdoctoral research fellow. Yep. So that's the first 3 years outside of finishing your PhD. That actually finishes in March for me. March 8th, I think, to be specific. And then I continue as a research fellow. So the Institute, Byron and Elka, and the other directors have given me another 3-year contract. So they haven't kicked me out just yet. So I'm pretty happy about that.
Yeah.
Cheers. We've now moved away from, we used to have researchers like me and Kathy Newen, Bill Page, Stephen Dunn. We used to have these people who integrate in the classroom as well. So I used to run a marketing strategy course that's been pulled from my workload. So none of us are now doing any sort of teaching at all, which means it frees up a lot more of our time to integrate and work with our the Ehrenberg Bass Institute sponsors. It also means we can work a little bit more on our academic publications as well. I'm really excited in that sense. I do like teaching. All the aspects you said that were great about teaching, I'm going to miss. I'm not going to miss the marking side of things. You know, reading the same thing 60 times is not enjoyable. And you do very much appreciate the high quality students because they make it so nice. But we still get to do some guest lectures. And I've been likening this to, I get to be the fun uncle. Like I can show up, I can play with the kids, I can give them noogies, I can like wrestle with them or like play tea parties or whatever. And then when they shit their pants, I can give them back to their parents.
That's a good analogy, yeah.
Yeah, and then that's pretty much what I get to do. I get to come in for 2 hours, talk about my topic, and then someone else has to clean up the mess. It's going to be great.
That's good. Yeah.
Apart from that, I think my personal life's going really well. You met my new girlfriend at Steve's wedding.
Yes.
So things are going very, very well.
Watching.
Yeah, he told me he would tune in. He gave you a question, I think, which was moving from provider to research commissioner.
Good question.
Revamped the summer vac program that you and I did.
Right.
Yeah, it's now completely different.
Yeah.
So with John, Byron, Kirsty and Alicia, you wouldn't know Alicia. We've made it so it used to be one student, maybe 1 or 2 supervisors for one topic. It was 8 weeks and it was full time. We've now changed it to one primary researcher, which is me. There's 3 topics and there's 10 students and they work in teams on each topic. And they have a whole bunch of other supervisors like John or Byron or Jenny or Ari, and there's about 20 other people that teach them individual skills. So I'm across the whole thing and I have to make sure it all comes together, which is a huge responsibility. And everyone else, they get to be the fun uncles and aunties in this situation, and I have to clean up the poo when it happens, which it happens, right? Because it's the first time we run this program this way. And things that you just unforeseen happening actually occur. You don't know how long it's going to take them to learn how to do brand performance measures from scratch. How long is it going to take them to learn a different type of skill in Excel or SPSS or something like that? So that's been really fun. And I think when we repeat it next year, we'll obviously have learned all of the kinks out of it. And I have to give this group of students a lot of credit. They have huge resilience, and Kirsty's done a very good job of recruiting them. And they're basically the future of the Institute when you think about it. So they will then go on to hopefully do a Masters by Research and either like you head out into industry and do very, very well. Or like Chris Villani, who did the same thing. Or there's so many people now who have left the Institute and are just kicking ass. Like it's so good to see. Or they'll continue and do a PhD and end up working for us. We're growing, the Institute's growing, which is kind of nice. It's a good place to be. And so, I kind of felt a little bit under pressure, but privileged position that they've entrusted the 10 people who would end up being a whole cohort of master students under my freaking guidance. you've made a good decision.
Yeah, no, that sounds very exciting.
It is going well. We're almost at the end of the second week. So they'll give their second presentation tomorrow, and then we'll build them up, and then they give a presentation to the entire institute at the end. And I'm super pumped for them. I think people will be surprised at what they've achieved in what ends up being about 23 days. They'll produce some base level research that would be the equivalent of maybe a master's thesis.
Wow.
In 23 days. I know there's 10 of them, but these are fresh undergrads. You're talking like first year undergrads. Like,
wow.
Yeah, I keep repeating to them that when they're in my position, if they continue an academic career, they should really make me look like a joke. Because I was not doing this stuff when I was in their position. I was doing it during my honours year. So they're 3 years ahead of me.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's all the cool stuff happening here. I love it here. It's a good place. It's challenging. It gives you just enough freedom so that you can explore your own interests, but you obviously get the support of being here. And did you ever meet Lara Stocky?
Yeah.
She's back.
Oh, great.
So she had an interesting journey. She went to Loughborough University in the UK, and then she went to Flinders University just down the road, and she's back now. So she's working for us 40-40-20. She's taking over like the digital marketing sort of space, and she's a freak. Like she's pumping out high quality publications. She's supervising extremely well and is teaching like a demon. Like, I'm super impressed with Lara.
Yeah.
Awesome. So I usually like to end these interviews.
Hey guys, it's Zac Anesbury here with just a couple of quick reminders. If you've enjoyed today's podcast, then make sure you subscribe so you never miss an episode. There are plenty more interviews to come with some of the world's leading marketing academics and practitioners. You do not want to miss these. In the meantime, if you're looking for another way to connect, then follow me on Twitter at Zac Anesbury. That is ZACANESBURY for my take on the marketing issues of the day.